And you filed an attorney of record?
His attorney of record is Nicholas Hale. It should
Okay.
be filed today, and I'm going to bring this evidence with his associate.
Got it. Okay. Morning, Mr. Segundo. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or
6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. That's not just a slap on the wrist. For a first-time DWI, this is serious. Judge isn't just looking at what happened, but
fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 30th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a possible DWI at North South Houston Tollway in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with a witness who stated he observed the defendant's motor vehicle fail to drive in a single lane, driving on the improved shoulder and striking the right barrier wall. The officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle change from lanes 2 to 3 without a signal, signaled the lane change from 3 to 2, and then failed to signal a lane change when going back from 3 to 2. The traffic stop was then initiated and the defendant's motor vehicle pulled over at a high rate of speed, nearly striking the barrier wall. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle, and the officer observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, an unstable gait as the defendant walked, and red glassy eyes. The defendant stated he was driving home from being at a party. He had consumed 3 Bud Light beers and 2 vodka mixed drinks 2 hours prior to the traffic stop. The officer
also whether there's enough evidence to move the case forward. Probable cause is the gatekeeper here. Hold up 3 Bud Lights and 2 vodka mixed drinks. And he said that with a straight face. That kind of
sobriety test, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 4 out of 8, 1 leg stand 2 out of 4. The defendant read the DIC and refused to provide a sample. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Just second, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bond. Do you understand, sir? Any prior DWIs?
No, Your Honor. And license eligible.
Okay. As long as you have a valid Texas driver license and a liability insurance, you can continue to drive. Just be careful. It may become suspended. If it does, you can't drive. You've got a lawyer. Because you do, I'll waive your appearance, but you got to stay in touch with them. They'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you, I will revoke the bond. So just stay in contact. Don't pick up any new cases and don't use questions. All right, man. Good luck.
of admission can do more damage than the breathalyzer he refused. Did you catch that? The judge just warned him. Break the rules, drink, use drugs, or miss court, and you're going straight to jail. No more free passes. Legally.
Mr. Ayala, good morning, sir. Do you have a lawyer today? What are you doing about that?
Can't afford a lawyer.
Did you even look for a lawyer?
Yeah, I talked to somebody and I was trying to come up with the money.
How many lawyers did you talk to?
Like 3 of them.
That may not be enough. Sometimes you got to look 10, 15. You know, what do you do for a living?
Paper.
How much money do you make a month, did you say? How much?
500 a week.
I'll have you fill out an application. Let me take a look at how much money you make, and then I'll see whether you qualify. But I'm telling you now, you got to meet the federal poverty guideline, and I don't know if you do. So I need to know everything about you. Be honest, because it's an affidavit that you're filling out.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind giving an affidavit? It should be right there, please.
All right, Judge, the next is page.
Oh, hold on, Vic. Let me just talk to him real quick. Yeah, of course. Come on in. Good morning, Ms. Johnson. Do you have a lawyer today? Tell me what you're doing about that. You need a lawyer, 100%. You may have had one for magistration, meaning when you first were arrested, but that doesn't carry with you to the end. What do you do for a living, man? What kind of money do you make a month? Or let's do this. I'll have you fill out an application. I'll see whether you qualify. I need to know everything about you, how much money you have coming in, how much money you have going out, how many kids you have, and then I'll see whether you qualify. Okay? So let's start. I don't remember anything about the case. So if you don't mind me reading what happened, please.
So, you want to?
So for this case, the officer was dispatched for disturbance in Harris County, Texas, where the complainant and the witness stated the defendant had been texting and posting on Instagram about wanting to fight the complainant. The complainant and the defendant were inside an apartment when the fight began. The witness stated she observed the defendant to have a small, sharp blade in between her knuckles when hitting the complainant. The defendant punched the complainant in the face, causing lacerations and pain. And the defendant told officers that the complainant believed that the defendant was with the complainant's ex-boyfriend, which is what started the fight.
And it's tight. Asterisk, asterisk. Ah, and there it is. The messy motive. Suspected love triangle, Instagram drama, and a blade between the knuckles. This isn't just a fistfight. It's potentially a felony-level assault wrapped in jealousy.
fight and there's a blade and
Blade.
just,
We are going to get this case re-indicted most likely because she was also pregnant at the time. the complainant.
Yes, Judge.
And,
okay, what do you want?
I'm just requesting that for the time being, the bond conditions be amended to no contact with her mother, Crystal Williams, due to the complainant notifying me that she has been going near the mother's residence and also threatening her mother.
Who's the complaining witness in this case?
The
'Cause-
complainant is Demiracle Williams, Judge.
okay. And does she live with mom?
She does not live with mom. They live at different residences.
Because I really don't know if I can, you know what I mean?
I understand.
So have her call the cops
Okay.
if she's in fear, you know, if she has anything of this nature, but I can't, on the complaining witness, okay, but on just an average other person, I don't think I can, you know?
Understood.
But like I said, if she's ever in fear, if she has any issues, tell her to call, 911, call the cops, and then they can take it further from there.
Thank you, Judge.
Be careful. I'm going to protect my community at all costs, Ms. Johnson. Do you understand? All costs. Take a seat for me. What conditions do we have now? Just no contact with the complaining witness?
So as of now, we have,
No contact, no firearms. Judge.
No, try the rip again. See if there have been any further, issues and who do they live with? So,
yes, Judge.
but, all right, Vic, you ready?
No.
Shanika Smith, come up. I'm printing this out for you.
Judge. I did speak to Wilvin Carter, and he advised that he had spoken to Ms. Smith as well regarding the possibility of this being the result. He and I spoke to her again just a moment ago. We were out there on call, and at this time, Judge, Ms. Smith, that we were going to have her speak on her own behalf, Judge. So I think it's important for her to take ownership for what this report shows.
I don't care. I'm putting an ankle monitor on you now. If you ever test positive for alcohol again, I'm going to put you in jail. That's it. No means no. Doesn't mean it's the holidays. Doesn't mean I have a birthday. A court order is a court order. And when you don't follow court orders, there's only one place that we have you go. There's no tolerance anymore. And I don't care what you come up here and say, whether it's mouthwash, a tequila lollipop, hair dye. I don't care. And I don't care who you're with. A second violation. Do you understand? Today, you will get an ankle monitor. And I'm going to tell you now.